Ladies, gentlemen of the press, please sit down. I know you all have a lot of questions. I will be more than happy to answer all of them after I leave the building. So please wait until I have left the room and then ask all your questions. Just say them right to this banner behind me. Ask the banner whatever you want. Ask the banner about pitching, hitting, Baboon, Boston, this series, the World Series, cooking, how to wipe your ass properly, what does it mean when there's blood in your urine? Ask away. Just do it after I've left the room. I mean, who's more accommodating of the sports writers than me? Okay, we have had, I don't know, how would you say it? We have had a bad series so far against Boston. You could also say we've had our assholes smoked, our nuts punched, our nipples twisted, which is technically called purple nurple, I believe. You could say we've had our wieners waxed, our shit boxes kicked in. You could even say we have gargled Boston's meat juice. And you could say we have rectal itch on our tongues, which you have to visualize to understand what that even means and why you would even have it. Gabish? Good. Let's talk about this series for a minute, shall we? Because there are only 4 ways you can get beaten. We've been beaten by 3 of them. In game 1, we lost 19-3. That is called the ass-pounding shit-gibbon. It's when you get beat so badly that your ass doesn't sweat. It actually cries a little bit. A little bit. In game 2, we fell behind by 3, then by 7, then scored a few runs. So it didn't look too horrible, but we still lost 10-5. That's called the juggling the hairy ball sack. Don't ask me why. Just print this shit. Stengel taught me this shit. Last night was a whole different type of game. It was called the teasing tweezers because they scored, then we came back, then they scored, then we came back, until they put us away for good. It was a tease. And then they ripped a fistful of our nut hair out, and that was that. And by the way, I love that Eastwood movie, A Fistful of Nut Hair. Today there is only one more way to lose. It's called the screaming shithole. It's where you are leading the whole game and lose it in the 9th inning. Now, I told the guys that no matter what, they are not allowed to have a screaming shithole tonight. We are putting Tiny Dancer on the mound. He is our last hope of having one of our starting pitchers try to make it for at least 6 innings while giving us a chance to win the game in the series. I got to be honest with you, at this point, I'm not even sure if Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax would be able to pitch on this team. They'd probably throw more like Milburn Drysdale and Sandy Duncan. All right, now listen up. Here's what I've learned over these years. Get ready to bang out some words of wisdom on your typewriters. What I've learned is that it's nice to have a lineup comprised of savages in the box. But if you don't have pitching, you might as well go buy a team in Tampa. If you're going to give up 19 runs, it's awfully hard to expect the offense to cover that. Now, this organization should have learned this lesson in the 1980s. Those 80s teams needed 1 or 2 solid starting pitchers, and they would have carried the 70s right into the 90s. But instead, they carried the 60s into the early 90s, and then Steinbrenner got thrown out, and Gene Michael and Bob Watson did a little of this, a little of that, and they brought the franchise back to respectability. But who the fuck am I? And what the fuck do I know? Okay, I got to go be with my team. Am I concerned? Come on. No. Is it fun watching these last 3 games? Of course not. But this is called a blip on the screen. A bump in the road. A zit on the twat. This shit happens. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And Boston just pissed on our legs at mile 17. Let's wash off our legs and finish the marathon, shall we? Okay, I'm done. You can go next door, go eat some buffet, take your crayons, your etch-a-sketches, your typewriters, your magic markers, your finger painting jars, take all your tools and just go away. Now, I'll leave you with this. The Yankees ain't done. And if you think they are, then you're all fucking idiots. Each and every one of you. And you could print that. Go Yankees. No, not just you. All fucking idiots. Yeah, right.